Hey guys, it's Jess Starlight, and welcome back to Starlight Beings. Yes, my hair is wet. I just popped out of the shower and I'm already running behind schedule when it comes to recording and getting all this done, so I'm just going to go right into it. Today we have more of a serious topic going on. Today I'm going to be talking about teenagers and depression. Now, I say teenagers and depression because that's what I know, as I am currently still a teenager and have been a teenager before. And so that's really where my expertise is. Now, I know adults can get depression, anyone can get a depression. There's no specific box. People that can get depression, it's anyone can get it. And it sucks. And I'm just going to be here to help you guys with some tips and tricks on basically how to deal with it. These tips and tricks can work for adults, but I say teenagers and depression because that's where my expertise is and where I'm going to be using examples from my life. So let's get started with the video. Hey, before we begin, I just want to clear up how I'm knowledgeable on this topic and how I am someone who can give advice. I currently suffer from depression. I've been diagnosed with it, and it's something I've had to deal with. And I feel like it's something a lot of people have to deal with. Depression's universal. Everyone has to deal with it at some time. And just having this little bit of education out there, I feel would help people. So I see a therapist and I see a psychiatrist. Yes, I see both, and I see them for two different reasons. I see a psychiatrist talk about medication and that path, and I see a therapist to help me deal with problems. So I personally need both. Some people don't. Some people don't need any. But it's really up to you guys. I personally recommend people see a therapist because it's helped me a lot, and it's always nice to have someone to talk to about your problems, especially knowing that they can't talk to other people about it and it won't get around. When you have depression, you can feel isolated. And this is definitely something that's happened to me personally. Not everyone may not feel this, but I personally did. I felt really isolated. And in feeling isolated, I isolated myself. So I stopped really hanging around with friends, and I thought I had no friends. I still kind of feel that way. It's been really hard since my best friend left for college, and it's something I've had to deal with. But I have to realize there are people who do like me, and not to let negativity cloud my life. When it comes to that, when you have depression, you have to do what's best for you. I wrote an article earlier on, and it's in my website called Dealing with Drama, which I always recommend you to read. Just remember, any stories I put in there or any stories I say are all from my point of view, meaning that not everyone will remember what I remembered. Not everyone will see it how I saw it. I saw it that way because that's what happened to me, and that's what I was feeling. Things don't always feel the same for the different people. So that's just something to keep in an open mind with. I don't reveal anyone's names. I know personally that it wouldn't have made a big deal. No one's going to know them and no one's going to read the article anyways. But I felt that I shouldn't put people's name in it because I'm not writing it because of what they did to me. I'm writing it because it was something I had to deal with, and it was something I needed to get over with, and I needed to learn how to get past. The person who was doing this to me didn't matter. It was me trying to get past it. That's what mattered. That's what I'm trying to teach you. Not to be focusing on the person who did something negative, no matter what the situation was. That wasn't really I was focusing on. Now, another thing I do want to mention is when you start to feel really depressed, surround yourself with positivity and friendship. Um, Before my friend left for college, I would always talk to her, and she was one of the only persons I could really talk to. It was crazy because sometimes I felt like we were the same person because she really knew what I was going through and what I was dealing with. Um, Dive yourself into activities you like. As you see, I'm wearing a Hogwarts shirt. I am a Slytherin. I'm proud to be. So one of the things I love to do was read, watch movies, write. Those were activities that really helped me. And find what helps you guys. Whether it is performing in a play, do something creative that'll help. Listen to music. Another thing when you are depressed is your emotional state is really out of whack. And when you're coming from a place where you're really depressed and you don't care anymore and you're trying to fight out of it, you tend to have a shorter fuse. At least I did. So what I noticed is after I try to stabilize my life and after I try to make myself better, I was tired of being what I felt like I was being walked on and letting people get away with things that they shouldn't have been getting away with. And so I kind of stood up for myself, and I didn't always do it in the best way. So one of the things that I've been recommended to is take a moment and calm down. Listen to music, do something else. When you're in the moment, your feelings are always heightened. And whether you're angry, depressed, sad, whatever, you always need to take a moment to kind of breathe and think your feelings through. Now, when you're depressed or angry or whatever, you can't listen to music that you want to listen to. I kind of want to say this because when I was in these moods, I kind of want to listen to music that were like what I was feeling. So if I was sad, I wanted to listen to sad music. And if I was angry, I wanted to listen to passionate, angry music. But that doesn't always really help. You want to be able to calm down and think with a clear mind. And if you're listening to music that keeps you in that mindset, it's not really helping you. Another thing you can do, scream. I wanted to scream so much, and sometimes you just need to do it. Just scream. I am not saying right in the moment, just like someone's arguing, you just start screaming. No. If you are ever alone, if you ever need to, and you're processing your feelings, just scream. It'll help you feel better. There are another bunch of things you can do. Exercise is definitely one of them. As you can see, I don't like exercising. I'm very anti-exercise. But while I was in my darkest place that I've ever been, I was kind of forced to exercise, and it did make me feel a lot better. And some of the anger I was holding on to, I was able to release. And so any kind of exercising you can do, I really do suggest because it'll get those endorphins flowing and it'll make you feel a lot better. You have to realize you are amazing. And even if you don't know why you're here or what's going on, or if you don't understand why you're even doing this anymore, you have to understand that not a lot of people do understand why they're even here. You have to fight to find out why. And it sounds stupid, it really does. And everyone says it's going to get better, and they don't know you. They don't know what you're going through, and they don't know your life. They don't know if it's truly going to get better. And it sucks. I know it does. But all you can do is hope, because without hope, there is nothing. I currently live with my sister, and it's not the best situation. I'm kind of moving in between places right now until I finish high school, can get a job, save up, and then get an apartment. And it sucks. All I can do is hope that I can get a job, hope that I can graduate, hope that I can get an apartment. And there's no for sure way that, yes, this is all going to happen. I don't know. And it's scary. But I have to fight through it just like you do. You have to focus on the smallest bits of hope, bits of light, and concentrate it until it becomes bigger. If you are feeling depressed and you're not in a relationship at the moment, throwing yourself into guys or girls or anyone is not always the best. In my darkest moments, I did some things that I'm not proud of. So there was a moment in my life where I really thought I wasn't gonna survive. I wasn't gonna live anymore. So I did some things I'm not proud of. And if I could go back, would I take back what I did? Probably not, because I needed to learn from my mistakes and to move on. Just because you've made mistakes in your life doesn't mean you can't learn from them. Nobody's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, in the words of Hannah Montana. And also, you have to remember everyone has stuff to deal with. No one's always happy. And it's usually the ones that are happy all the time that are going through the hardest stuff. So I have these things that I like to call my masks, and I haven't actually been wearing them in a long time. I put them on really recently just to deal with my emotions so that I can put it off until later. But I was good at wearing my masks. I was able to fool even me thinking everything was okay, but it wasn't. And I was getting worse and worse. And you can't let yourself do that. Avoiding a problem won't fix anything. So I could be sad and I could want to cry, but I wouldn't let it show. I would pretend to be happy. And everyone thinks I'm sociable. Everybody thinks I'm always happy. Everyone thinks I'm a bundle of joy. I'm not. I get sad. I don't like talking to people because I feel that they're not going to like me and everyone thinks I'm annoying. And I'm not a bundle of joy. I can actually be really pessimistic. And I'm trying to be more optimistic. And I'm also trying to show that I can be pessimistic. Because I kind of used to just do what I thought everyone wanted me to do. It was kind of something I was used to doing from when I want to say elementary school because I was in a K through 8th. K through 8th, so it was kindergarten through 8th grade. And so it was called an elementary school, even though it had both elementary and middle school combined. So I was used to it. And I was used to doing it, and I was used to people not really caring about me, not really paying much attention. So I kind of kept doing that. And it wasn't healthy, and I had to stop doing it. I still do it occasionally, kind of like pull myself out, but that's only when I really, really want to deal with it on my own. And I've learned to stop really using it as a clutch and really relying on it. Yes, I sometimes do it, but I don't do it as much, and it's not to a point where that it's very harmful to me. So everyone has stuff to deal with. No matter if they're the happiest person in the world, you think they still have stuff they're dealing with. And if they're happy all the time, you don't know their whole life. Just because I'm smiling doesn't mean I'm not crying on the inside. And that's really something I had to learn and something I had to deal with. And everyone really has their own stuff to deal with. So I'm actually very glad that we live in a time where mental health is becoming more and more an issue, and people are thinking more and more about it because it is a real issue and it is something that people need to deal with. If whether it is see a friend, see a therapist, see someone to talk to, because when you're dealing with it on your own, you can't get an outside perspective. Can't hear what can't get an outside perspective. Two, really understand that you're not alone, because if you try to deal with stuff by yourself and then think that you're alone, you're causing it to yourself because you won't let others people in. And I'm really bad at that, and it's something I've been trying to work on. So you're not alone. You're a starlight being, and you're amazing. No matter what people tell you, no matter where you are amazing. So that's going to be at the end of this video. It's been way too long. Don't forget to like if this helped you out. Comment down below what you're going through, if you need someone to talk to. On my website, there's always a place where there's a chat where it's just be me and you. If you need someone to talk to, I'm always available unless I'm in school. But I always try to be available. That way, if someone does contact me, I can talk to them and see if I can help them out. I'm also going to link down the suicide prevention hotline down below and a text hotline so that if you do need help, you can always find it. Those haven't always been the best for me. I've tried them out a few times, and the text one has really worked for me, but there is a lot of stuff I've had to deal with that I don't really know how to describe to people. And it sucks. It does. But you can get through it. Because in the end of the day, only you know how to help yourself. I know. It's kind of weird, but anyways, subscribe. If you think I helped you in some way, I probably didn't, but who knows? Bye.